Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are back on corn harvest again. Took a little break there for a few days this past week. We decided to go put in some drain tile for a few days there and just let the rain blow through. So yeah, switched back to corn a few days ago, and now corn harvest is kind of in full swing again. Got the machines loaded up last night, so I'm gonna go grab what's on the combine and grain cart. They're nice and full. Well, the grain cart is anyways. The combine's over half full. Dew was nice and heavy this morning. That and it's Sunday, so dragging our feet a little bit. Let the corn dry off a little bit. This nice and narrow bridge we got across. It's been a while since I kind of did a equipment tour, I guess. But this is our combine, 2014 John Deere S660. I think this is our third harvest season with this machine, and so far we've loved it. 893 8-row corn head. I'll fire this up, let it warm up, let the windows defrost, and we can fire up the grain cart tractor. Behind the combine, we have the John Deere 8130 and the Parker 839 grain cart. Kind of the same thing. We've only had that John Deere 8130 for a couple years now and really enjoyed it since we've had it. Turn the camera on for the grain cart. Had the Parker grain cart well over 10 years now. We bought this new. Knock on wood, we really haven't done much to it except for maybe a couple of different PTO shafts. Those can get kind of tweaked sometimes, especially when you're in wet corn. As far as fuel and grease goes, I should be good for today. Kind of topped everything off last night. During corn harvest, at least down by the bin site, we can plug the wet bin and dryer and load everything up pretty quick, and then it's kind of a waiting game. We gotta wait for the dryer to catch up. So that's kind of the plan for today, is just load everything up again and plug the dryer full again and kind of go home. It being Sunday, we're not gonna try to find extra stuff to do afterwards. Dad's still at the bin site, getting the dryer going and checking things over. Got the semi right full. It takes one combine dump and one grain cart to fill our semi truck. It's about 1,000 bushels here. Bin site is only a couple miles away. It's all dirt road. So yeah, it times out pretty even when there's 3 of us here shelling corn, running grain cart, and one of us dumping the truck and coming right back. Usually by the time we load up the machines again, the truck will be pulling in, and you can just get loaded up and head right back out. Doesn't always work out that way when the fields are a little bit further away. Sometimes the machines will be sitting there waiting for 10, 15, even 20 minutes. The last field of corn we were doing was probably our furthest away from the bin site. And yeah, you'd wait a good 15, 20 minutes, but there was really long rows, so the machines would fill up quick. And it was, like I said, further away for the truck to get to. Where this farm, decent sized farm, but there's lots of little fields. It's broken up into, I don't know, 10 different fields. So lots of headlands and lots of turning around to do, so the machines don't fill up as quick. There's the first cornfield we did this year. Already got that worked down with the disc. Dad's already got the Ford running, warmed up. Put fuel on that this morning. Looks like the dryer's running. See the steam rolling off that. That's the Ford 5000. This one usually runs the 10-inch Westfield auger going up to the wet bin. We have a 10-inch auger going up to the wet bin. It's about 4,000 bushels. That holds 4,000 bushels, so 4 semi-loads. And then from there we take the high moisture grain, which is about 23% right now, and drop down, go up into the dryer, and then we're going to cook it until it gets about 15% is what we're shooting for. And then once it leaves the dryer, it'll go up one of these pipes into one of these grain bins for storage. This is a continuous flow grain dryer, and we're running propane. As you can see, it's a pretty good sized tank. Trying to make a long story short, the bin site here is about 30 miles away from the home farm, so we can't let this run too long. We'll either shut it off when we go home at the end of the day, or we'll have somebody that lives around the corner, Phil, who shows up and helps us every once in a while. We'll come and shut it off, but even then it's only like 9 o'clock at night. The dryer itself will run anywhere from 400 to 500 bushels an hour, depending on how wet the grain is. So we had everything plumb full last night when we went home, and then he came and shut it off at 9 o'clock at night. But yeah, I think there's only room for about maybe 2.5 truckloads right now. And keep in mind, it's running right now, so I'm thinking we'll be able to squeeze in 3 today. Plus, we can load up the truck again. Plus, we can load up the machines again. But as far as corn harvest production goes, if we get 20 some acres off, that'll be a lot. Yeah, it's just slow going the way the bin's set up and everything is. They do make new dryers out now. I believe you can connect it to your phone and shut it off or set timers and everything else like that. But yeah, we don't want to run this empty in the middle of the night and have something go wrong and leave it unattended for too long. The dryer's 30 some years old, and yeah. On the flip side of that, it's Sunday. I'm not too worried about it, and we're just gonna go do a couple truckloads and probably call it a day. As you saw, Dad was in the 8410. He's taking the disc over to the corn stalks. Gonna start working those down. Not gonna get much of that done either today, because he's probably gonna jump in the truck here and I'm gonna start shelling corn. So maybe we'll time him when he starts trucking, how long it will take to dump and come back. Now that we got a little bit of rain this past week, seems like the disc is working a little bit nicer of trying to bury this stuff. But yeah, Dad's gonna run that just for a little bit until we get the machines loaded up, make another semi-load, and then he'll jump out and start running truck. But like I said earlier, we're done back on that side of the bridge, so we park the truck up closer to the road on the lane there. And we got quite a bit of corn here to my right. And then we got just a little bit to my left here. It's just a little 2-track bridge, so it's kind of sketchy going across with the combine. We'll get lined up nice and square. And go a little fast over this, make it quick. Not too fast though. I hate crossing that bridge. Mostly it was just the combine. First stump of the day.
Now what?
The first truckload. It is 11:27. So try to remember that. Well, this field is done. Everything on this east side of the tree line is all done. So we got to get out on the road, drive across and get on that side of the trees, and then there's a handful of fields back there. This is where having a grain cart's going to come in really handy because yeah, we can't get our semi-truck back out in those fields, so we'll have to shuttle the grain with the grain cart all the way back to where we were loading just a little bit ago, and we'll keep parking the truck here where the driveway is good. It's full right now, and the combine is not quite half full, so I'm going to try to open up the next field. It's probably my least favorite field that we farm. It's just a little few acre triangle field. It's kind of annoying, but yeah, gonna go open that one up. I think I can fit in there with the driveway with the corn head on, and then the next 2 fields we got to squeeze through a little trail, and I think I'll have to drop the head onto the header cart and move it with the pickup, then rehook it back up, which is kind of annoying, but yeah, it should be good for this first field. Before I get out on the road, I want to make sure that I'm not going to bump any wires or anything like that because I have my grain tank folded open. I think I'm good. And it looks like my Uber Eats is here. Got? You growing pumpkins? Hi, I'm coming to get ya. 15 now. Dad's just making it back. And Riley really wants some pizza.
So does Austin. So does me. Roll up your sleeves.
So I'm gonna get dumped out and then I can fold the grain tank before I get on the road.
like this? What do you got, Austin? Pizza. Maddie says, bacon.
In the grain tank again, and there was a wire. I thought it was further away, but yeah, I'm glad I closed that out before I got out on the road. Take a video.
Okay, you guys want to trade?
Okay, I think it's time for everyone to go home. Well, my helpers left, but that was nice to get a little treat like that. We don't get takeout too often. We usually have food packed for us. My lunch that I brought with me has been gone since 10:30, by the way, Mom. So, yeah, that's already been gone. And I just had a second lunch, which,
You've already had it.
We've had one, yes. What about second breakfast?
just got off the phone with Dad. He's dumping the truck still, but the wet bin is just about full. He said the bird eye, the flipper, the indicator that tells you when the wet bin is full it's just bumped it. So that being said, he's gonna come back, get one more truckload, and then we can fill up the machines and kind of go home a little early. That and the propane tank for the dryer is getting very low. We're guessing about 5:30, 6 o'clock-ish, it's gonna be empty. So yeah, hopefully we can get some propane. We'll call first thing in the morning when they open and make sure that gets reloaded. And then we could still probably come out here tomorrow afternoon. But as far as getting a good jump start on corn harvest, it's probably gonna be finding other stuff to do tomorrow morning. That being said, the 8410 is waiting right over there. Somebody could jump in that and fertilizer to spread and maybe even try to get the chisel plow out again. I know I mentioned a video or two ago that it's been a very dry fall. Well, after this past week, we had a little bit of rain. Might be able to get away with chisel plowing now and it working pretty decent. And the ground has softened up a little bit. So yeah, start working on some tillage too. Alright, well this triangle field is done. Now we gotta go down the lane a little bit and open up those two other fields. Combine is half full, or not quite half, but grain cart's full, so can't do too much until the truck heads back. Now, we don't remember if we have to drop the header, the corn head, to fit through this lane. Dad did do a little bit of brush hogging back here, I think, a couple months ago. But yeah, we always have to drop the grain head, but we don't remember with the corn head. So I'm gonna kind of creep in there and I might just have to back out. And if it gets too tight, I don't want any branches or anything poking a hole through anything. So very tight, and I am rubbing a little bit, but nothing big. So I think we're good. I think this is the worst part of it right here. There's a little ditch here we gotta swoop in. Cool, we made it. Alright guys, well I think that's gonna do it for today's video. Like and subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.